Hey guys, this is June because I was born in June. Okay, today I'm just trying something very new because tomorrow I'm having a little masterclass in the one of the Facebook group I'm on, right? That's why I'm testing all the technology stuff because I really haven't done live before using Zoom. And today I learned something new. So guys, usually I'm doing like a pre-recorded version, but today, if let's say you're watching it, I'm live here. And this is June because it's running June. Welcome to my amazing live today. Okay, so basically what I'm going to share today, all right, is I'm going to do something a little bit different. Because previously when I was like doing survey like in my group, in my own group, Amazing Story, right? A lot of my friends said that they wanted to know what will be my tips and tricks in order to become a mini influencer, all right, in the niche they are in. So that's why I decided to not only recorded this for teaching you guys the purpose, I also come up with a PowerPoint, which I'm going to share in a short while. Like seriously, I know that you guys saying that I have a very heavy accent. I'm so sorry for that. Okay, so that's why today I prepared a little bit PowerPoint slides so that it's easier to actually understand what I'm going to say. So today the session is about mini influencer strategy to close deals faster. Okay, so my series is always talking about close deals faster because this is the niche and this is the message that I want to help you guys in, right? So there are a lot of different strategies and techniques that you can use whenever you come to close deals faster, because ultimately you want to seal a deal that is from A to Z. A is how you actually source for the leads, how you actually source for the prospect, all right? And then to the Z is that how you're able to influence their buying decisions. So of course, if let's say you want to know how to seal a deal, it's very important that you know, if let's say it's you know how to become an influencer in your niche, it will be an added advantage. Okay, so today this is a class that we are going to cover. So but then let's think about this. Is becoming influencer a very difficult task? Okay, previously, before I actually do all the stuff I'm doing right now, I thought it's very difficult, because I had few businesses before. The first business I have is an e-commerce business where I'm actually trading, do import and export, which is trading business. And then we are on e-commerce selling accessories like jewelries and earrings and all that, right? So when I started, I thought I was by luck. I was being featured in magazines. Yeah, I think in magazines, I think there is a TV show also featuring us, our shop, in the TV as well. I'm not so sure magazine how many times, probably is one time or two times, I couldn't recall. That was about, I think about 7 to 9 years ago. That was a long time ago. So that time it was my first business, so to me I thought like I'm a one hit wonder, so means that I was very lucky. I thought I was very lucky that that's why I got it right. And then during when I'm actually in the business itself, not only that I want a camera, a DSLR camera, I went into the competition and then very lucky as well. I want a DSLR camera and then I won few trips to Hong Kong for free. It is all paid expenses. I did not know that I actually have this kind of skill to become a mini influencer or to actually influence the organizers to make me as the winner of the competition that I joined. So then it comes to the next business that I'm having. So the next business I'm having, it's actually a technology company where we serve very niche kind of audience. They are lawyers or property related parties, right? So in that business as well, I am being featured in so many different websites, in so many different newspaper, and then one of it is magazine covers and being interviewed by radio station, I think TV station as well. I lost count. I think there was like continuously few months that we are being featured in all the national newspaper, whether online or offline. I also thought that I was being very lucky, but then no. So suddenly when I'm doing right now the coaching as well, I thought like, hey, I think I cracked the code. All the while, maybe I'm just having, you know, an extra added advantage because I have been featured before. Um, I realized that there's a framework in order to make that happen, which is the framework that I've been using all the while, right? That's why I decided to record a video to explain to you guys what was my framework. Of course, I it's a very mini training I have right now. just going to go over for about 10 minutes. It's not a deep dive, but it's just giving you an overview idea how I make it happen. So, which is back to our question. Is becoming an influencer a very difficult task? Okay, it is not at all. Because why we can become an influencer is because we are being very niche in a message that we want to tell other people. And then we are being very clear about a message that we want to deliver. We are being very clear not only in the message as well as into the target that we are working with, which is our dream client, our audience. So that's why if let's say you want to become a mini influencer very fast in your niche, firstly, you must have a niche, okay? So for me, I always talk about close deals faster. So in a close deals faster kind of niche, there are a lot of topics I can talk about. I can talk about persuasion. I can talk about how to handle the objection. I can also talk about how I can use the basic copywriting techniques, not only in your written words as well as in verbal. So whenever I talk about things related to close deals faster, imagine that I'm talking about maybe 50 episodes. Then suddenly I'm being seen as an authority in this niche of close deal faster. Does it make sense? So definitely I want you guys having the right mindset, because it is not difficult at all, but you just need to niche down to what kind of message, what kind of movement that you want to have in order to make it happen. Okay, so it's not difficult at all. I've done it like 3 times. Okay, so next one. So what is the first step? Step number 1, you need to pick a topic. I'm not even talking about niche, because when I'm trying to talk about niche, right, I realize a lot of people will have this misconception. They want to become a perfectionist in getting the right niche. In the end, actually, niche is just a simple term to help you to find your voice. But somehow, sometimes you do not know what kind of voice that you want to have, right? So it's difficult for you to go to the niche because you might have no idea what kind of niche you want to go after. So if let's say you couldn't figure out the niche, right, don't worry, just pick a topic. The topic can be super general, like let's say let's say, just give you guys an example. Let's say right now, rather than just talking about close deals faster, that I want to tell you guys that my another niche, I want to build another influence in terms of I'm the go-to person when it's talking about public speaking. Okay, so what I can do is that public speaking can be my topic, and then it's a topic that I want to build influence. It's a topic that I want people to remember me. Okay, let's take a look of how people are going to remember you after you have a topic. People remember you because they have been constantly seeing you everywhere. It can be everywhere. It can be every platform you're on, maybe in Instagram, maybe in Facebook profile, Facebook page, Facebook group, and then also other Facebook groups that you're joining in. They keep seeing the same message that's being delivered by you, which is talking about public speaking. Okay, so step number 2 is very simple. You just need to do, as a starter, you just need to do a 5 days content for it. So the next question I always get asked, oh my God, June, I can't really do video. I can't really do live. Like, how should I do it? Okay, doing video just give you an added advantage, because imagine that I'm talking about this topic. You know me personally because you have been seeing me on live, okay? So it kind of build your authority even faster. But then you don't necessarily need to do the videos. If let's say you are not comfortable with, you can have a consistent voice about this particular topic, maybe in written format or maybe in audio format. But this is how I'm seeing it. You have written, you have audio, you have video. The ones that we can build the connection faster is actually the video, because our friends, our audience is able to see us. They connect with us personally, okay? The next one is actually audio. It's very suitable for my friends out there whom you can't really go on live, but then you want to like have a connection with other people through your voice. Then I feel like the audio, like podcast, is also very suitable for you. So written, you can do it as well. But to me, this is what I find. When you want to go for written format, right, it may take a longer time because people do not know you personally, right? Unless you do a lot of selfie photos, always attach a photo of yourself, but your contents can be easily ripped off by someone else. Okay, so that's the reason that I always pick the video. But I'm just telling you that all you need to do, no matter what kind of methods you're using, right, you just need to do a 5 days contents around it. So day 1, you can always, this is actually a very simple structure. No matter in what kind of topic, you can also talk about it. Day one is about mindset. Okay, that's why in every single training, seriously, in every single training I'm on, right, we always talk about mindset, because without the right mindset, you can't really, no matter what kind of solutions like in the world that you have, you can't really solve that, because you're having a wrong mindset. Like in your brain, you're like, when you are having a full cup of water in your brain, we can't really pour different contents inside it. That's why the first day we always talk about mindset. Like, let's take a look about my public speaking mindset that you need to have when you're doing public speaking, or mindset you should not have when you're doing public speaking. It can be either way, because sometimes we want our friends, our audience to learn from the mistakes. That's why you can either start from the negative side, or you can start with the positive. Okay, so day one is part after you talk about this day one, right, at the end of the video or at the end of the content, you can tell, hey, you know what, this is day one of this topic I'm going to dive deep in with you guys. So stay tuned to the day two. Day two, I will tell you about what kind of mistakes that you need to avoid. Okay, or maybe day two, you can talk about your personal story, why you want to start that. Also, no problem. So it's totally up to you. So after that, day two, you kind of like build another topic is talking about mistakes. Okay, so mistakes to avoid, because firstly, not only we want to have the right mindset in terms of learning, we also want to educate about what kind of mistakes they need to avoid. That is either, when you're talking about mistakes, you can also attach with your personal story, like maybe some of the mistakes that you have done in the past that is a very, very embarrassing story. You can also attach to it so that people connect better with you. They know that, oh my God, June also make this kind of silly mistakes. It means that I'm in good hands. Okay, so the more personal story that you input into this day two or the day three is even better, because it makes people, you kind of like give them a hope that, oh my God, if let's say June is making the mistakes, then yeah, I'm just learning, you know. Okay, so after that, day three you can talk about personal story. To me, day two and day three can kind of like mix around. Okay, why personal story is very important, because it's related to the mindset. We want to help others to understand that along the way, if let's say they are zero, they are going to make a lot of silly mistakes, which they believe it is, but we want to make them really laugh about it, like really enjoy, you know, the personal touch and the connection we've had by telling them some embarrassing we had, right? So yeah, so it's how you know this mistake. Is it your own story? Okay, maybe you're a professional, I do not know. If let's say you couldn't find your own story to talk about, you can always use your friend's story, or maybe you can Google it, like, you know, YouTube it. You said that this happened to one of the guy who actually having these issues, so you can share about their story. Find something that is fun, something that is very easy for your audience to relate to. All right, the easier the better. Okay, day four, you, because we talk about mistakes, right, then day four you can talk about how to overcome these mistakes. Basically, these are the solutions. Like, you can talk about mistake number one, solution one. Okay, mistake number two, solution two. Mistake number three, solution three. So the more personal story that you're talking about, the better. Okay, the day five, you can actually do a summary of what are the key tips and what are the to-do lists. Give them a summarize of what they need to do at the end of the day in order to get from point A, not knowing how to do public speaking or any other topic that I'm talking about, to point B. Okay, so step three, suddenly, because you have already been consistently talking about this, suddenly, because you consistently talk about the public speaking, now you have a voice, now you have like key tips and tricks. Now you already help at least, like, you know, 10 people or 20 people or 30 people, depending on where you distribute your contents. Okay, so no, in a nutshell, it's very simple in order to have a voice. Like, step one, just to pick a topic. Step two, you do a 5-day content about it. And then step three, be consistent about what you want to deliver. Like, for you guys, probably you know me because I've been doing my Facebook Live very consistently. So I get a lot of message whenever talking about Facebook Live, or whenever people talking about like software to use in the Facebook Live, my friends will reach out to me because they've been seeing me deliver the Facebook Live, keep on improving every single day. They said in their mind, they'll feel like, yeah, actually she's a go-to person when they talk about this topic. So that's how we built the authority. And that's how when we have an authority, people come for us looking for a solution. And that's how you're able to close a deal very fast, right? So remember, let me recap. What kind of mindset you need to have when you want to try to build an influence? First, it takes time to build an influence. It's not like today you do something and then suddenly you are being recognized as a mini influencer. Okay, a lot of us, whenever we are in this space, right? Let's say you are doing your day one, someone might doubt you whether you are the authority in this niche. When you're day two, there are other people who also doubting you. But let's imagine this, that you have been listening to me going on Facebook Live for 200 days in a row. Whenever talking about Facebook Live, who you will be looking for? You'll be looking for me, right? Because you know that I have a voice. You know that I use Facebook Live in order to close deals faster. Okay. Second, this is a delayed gratification, my dear. Okay, never think that it is like instant. A lot of people, a lot of newbie entrepreneurs out there, they feel like today they do something, they want to be compensated right now, like right now. Okay, this is not happening, and this is not how business works. This is not how entrepreneurship works, and this is not even how relationship work. You cannot be like, first day you meet a lady and then you say like, oh my god, today I'm dating you, I bring you to movie and I bring you to dinner, can you be my wife? Like, seriously, are you serious? So this is a delayed gratification. And lastly, influence or not influence is not the most important thing. The most important thing that you must have an offer, because ultimately once you build something around the influence, you must have an offer in order to get something out of it, right? To build from the how to say, from the influence that you build, from the followers you build, you want to have an offer in order to sell something to them. Otherwise you'll become like the YouTubers not making money. Does it make sense? Okay, so that's all right. This is a mini class that I have. I hope that you guys really love this session. If let's say you love it, please give me some comments down below and tell me what where you're watching from which city you're watching from. And I have free gift for you guys. So if let's say you are a newbie entrepreneurs, you have been working your ass off, like you are doing everything, every single thing yourself, I'm just telling you, you do not have to do everything yourself, right? You can actually hire or outsource super effectively in few of the portals, like very affordably as well. A lot of my friends reach out to me because they are trying to become a superman and super woman, but then they just can't do everything themselves. So that's why I'm giving you guys my free ebook. It's 10 pages free ebook, so that you can stop doing everything yourself and spend more time with friends and family. You can go to this link, link.junelo.co/hire-VA, okay, to claim that book, okay? The next one, if let's say you really love this session and you have been facing problem in deals closing, so feel free to schedule a 15-minute strategy call with me. So my link is down below, and also I'm going to put the comments down below as well. And also to join my group, it's called Amazing Group. You can go to www.amazingstory.co, and I look forward to see you guys tomorrow then. Take care. Bye. Oh, how to end it? Okay, bye.